If you're in your early 20s, these are the things you should know. I've already done a part 1. It's over in my page. Go watch it. Very insightful. These are things you should know and have at the back of your hand. It's going to help you be a better person and just make sure you're growing in the right direction in your early 20s. Number 1 is say no to sex. Stop having sex in your early 20s. Except you're married in your early 20s, which is very rare. But if you're not married and you have no intentions of getting married in your early 20s, don't have sex. If you're a virgin as a man or a woman, keep your virginity. Don't let anyone make you feel like being a virgin is not all that. It's not good to be a virgin. No, it's good to be a virgin. Keep it. It's going to save you from a lot of consequences. There's something called sexual trauma. I know a lot of people say body count doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't matter, but it matters in your mental health. It's going to affect you and eat you up when you're much older, and it's going to affect you in other ways. I have a lot of clients that are in their early 20s, and I cannot begin to explain the consequences that they've gotten out of indulging in so much sex in their early 20s. Consequences like having kids that they cannot take care of, having infections and diseases. How are you going to have a bright and good future if you catch a disease out of sex that you're having? Sex is of no relevance. In fact, think of one thing that you're achieving from sex at your early 20s. Absolutely nothing. If you're in a relationship already, make sure that you stop having sex. It is of no relevance. Just keep the sex. It's going to distract you. As a man, it will distract you. It will just make you not achieve the things you want to achieve. It's going to make you just pursue women unnecessarily and just hinder you from being the man that you were destined to be. Number 2 is forgive your parents so you don't grow up bitter. Now, your early 20s, you're freshly coming out of your parents' house. You're freshly coming out from the grip of your parents. This is the time to forgive them for the things that you might have gone through when you were with them. This is so you grow up and just go into the future as someone that doesn't have bitterness in their heart, right? I'm not saying forgive and forget. I mean, just forgive them so you can move forward and just be able to approach life in a very clear lens. Because when you hold onto things in your heart, especially for your parents, it hinders you. You approach life as an angry person. Try to heal from your childhood trauma. Be aware of your childhood trauma and just forgive your parents. The third thing is be mindful of romantic relationships. I mean, this goes without saying. Your early 20s are not about relationships, right? But if you must get into a relationship, be very mindful. Let this relationship be something that would help you grow, which is very unlikely to meet a relationship that will help you grow in your early 20s. If it is possible for you, stay away from romantic relationships as a man or as a woman. Your early 20s is about growing, about discovering yourself, about going to school, about getting a skill, getting experiences, making good platonic friends. Not about relationships, because you don't really know so much. You're not fully equipped, and most mistakes people make and a lot of relationship traumas that people accumulate were all done in their early 20s. So you don't want to grow up as an adult that is so traumatized and that has so much to heal from because they were indulging in romantic relationships. And when you enter relationships in your early 20s and you're not fully equipped, the relationship is bound to fail. So what is the whole point of gathering relationship trauma when you're not even equipped? Your life experience as you grow would better make you equipped to be able to navigate relationships. So for now, in your early 20s, just stop being in relationships. And if you must be, just be very mindful. The final one is to get a skill. This is very important, right? In your early 20s, get a skill. Like if you're going to school, don't just go to school. After school, go to a salon, learn how to make a hair, learn how to fix lashes, learn how to do some stuff in the computer. Sometimes when you're going to school, your education doesn't really give you employment, right? The skill you get in your early 20s is what is going to keep you. Learn marketing skills, be very strong in communication skills. Just there are a lot of skills out there to learn. So whilst you're going to school or navigating your life, on the other hand, make sure you have a skill. Make sure you're getting into your late 30s with a skill. You don't want to be out there with no skill and just a certificate. A certificate these days is not enough to cut it out. So you need a skill and invest in it. So I hope these things would help you just be a better person in your late 20s and good, in your early 20s. Thank you.